You must have noticed that the windows of a car turn foggy and become hazy. It so happens that hardly anything is visible. A similar phenomena occurs if you blow out air on a mirror. You will find that the mirror will turn foggy. Now, why do the windows and mirrors turn foggy? This happens because air contains water vapor. Now, sometimes at a particular temperature, air becomes fully saturated with water vapor. In such case, the relative humidity is 100%. Now, the temperature at which relative humidity is 100% is known as dew point. Now, if the temperature falls below dew point, then air cannot hold water in vapor state, and the water vapor starts forming water droplets on coming in contact with a cold surface like blades of grass or even dust particles present in air. So, in the previous video, we saw that if temperature drops below dew point and if the relative humidity is 100%, that is, air is saturated, then the water vapor present in air transform into tiny water droplets on coming in contact with a cold surface. So, there is a change in state of matter from gas to liquid on cooling down, and this process is known as condensation. So, in the process of condensation, water vapor or gas changes into liquid state or water droplets on coming in contact with a cold surface like blades of grass or even dust particles present in air. Now, there are certain conditions required for condensation to occur in nature. Let us find out those conditions. The first condition that needs to be satisfied for condensation to occur in nature is that the relative humidity should be very high. In fact, the relative humidity should be 100%, and if the relative humidity is 100%, then air is fully saturated. So, air cannot hold any more water vapor, and these water vapor then starts forming tiny water droplets. So, the first condition for condensation to occur in nature is that humidity must be very high. Now, the second condition for condensation to occur is there must be presence of condensation nuclei. Now, condensation nuclei refers to the dust particles or even smoke that is present in nature. Now, the water vapor, when comes in contact with these cold surfaces, that is dust particles or smoke, they transform into water droplets and the process of condensation begins. So, the second condition that is required for condensation to occur in nature is that there must be presence of condensation nuclei, that is dust particles, smoke, etc. The third condition for condensation to occur is that temperature should be lower than the dew point. Suppose if the dew point is somewhere between 20 to 0 degrees Celsius, say 15 degree Celsius, then for condensation to occur, the current temperature should be below this, say 2 degree Celsius. So, if the current temperature is below the dew point, then only condensation will occur. This is because at dew point the air is fully saturated or relative humidity is 100%. So if the temperature falls below the dew point, then the water vapor will slowly transform into water droplets and the process of condensation will begin. So these are the important requirements for condensation to occur in nature. Now if you remember, in the process of evaporation, we read that water droplets convert into water vapor on absorbing heat. While in the process of condensation, we read that water vapor changes into water droplets. So in the process of condensation, there is a change in state of matter from gas to liquid, while in the process of evaporation there is a change in state of matter from liquid to gas. So both these processes are opposite of one another. Now in nature, both these processes occur simultaneously. Let's see how. Now before we proceed with our lesson, let us try to answer this question. Which one of the following is not a necessary condition for the occurrence of condensation? Is it the presence of dust particles, temperature below dew point, high humidity, or rotation of the earth? Well, I just discussed that the presence of dust particles, temperature below dew point, and high humidity are important requirements for condensation to occur in nature. So the factor that does not influence the occurrence of condensation is the rotation of the earth. So the correct answer is rotation of the earth. We know in nature water is present in liquid state in rivers, lakes, etc. Now as temperature rises, water evaporates as water vapor and mixes with air. This process is known as evaporation. Now air has a certain capacity to hold water vapor at a particular temperature. If air becomes fully saturated, then these water vapor transform into tiny water droplets. The tiny water droplets eventually combine and form clouds. These clouds eventually grow in size and become larger. Then they come down as rain or snow. Now as raindrops fall on surface water, they increase the volume of surface water. These rainwater also percolate underground to replenish the groundwater table. Again, the surface water evaporates and the process of evaporation begins, which is followed by the process of condensation, and this process continues in the form of water cycle. So water cycle is the process in which the process of evaporation and condensation occur simultaneously in nature. In atmosphere, when air becomes fully saturated, the water vapor present in air condense around the dust particles, which are also known as condensation nuclei. Now initially they form tiny water drops. These water drops join or combine to form a cloud droplet. Now a cloud droplet grow in size when other water drops join them, and eventually they form heavy, dark, dense clouds. When they are too heavy for the air to hold them, they eventually come down as rain. So this is how clouds are formed in nature. So in the previous video, we read how clouds are formed in nature. Now what are clouds? Clouds are masses of tiny water droplets and ice crystals that float in air. Now ice crystals are formed when the temperature is very low. Otherwise, clouds are formed from tiny water droplets. Now here we have the picture of different types of clouds. We can see that clouds are of different shapes and forms. Now each type of cloud has a different story to narrate. For example, if you look at these clouds, you know that rain is coming. It can even cause thunderstorms and torrential rainfall. While if you look at these clouds, you know that little rainfall might occur. Now all clouds do not bring rain. For instance, if you look at these clouds, you know that they will bring pleasant sunny weather. So clouds are of different types. In our next video, we will learn about different types of clouds in detail. So in today's video, we understood the meaning of condensation. Condensation is the process in which there is a transformation in state of matter from gas to liquid on coming in contact with a cold surface. Then we read how clouds are formed in nature. We also understood the meaning of clouds. In our next video, as I just mentioned, we will discuss about different types of clouds. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app to learn one-to-one with our amazing teachers or to get access to our 5,000 amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology. Get million+ questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock tests. Get all your doubt resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, but it's rewarding too. So register for free now.